Let's get into this. Welcome to YouTube News. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kyle Marshall. If there's one thing that the world needs more of, it's award shows. We all know this to be true, and that's why it was so important that the Webby Awards, the 17th annual Webby Awards, were this week. Twitter darling Pat Oswalt was the master of ceremonies, and although the audience didn't seem to be really into the jokes at the beginning, I thought he did an excellent job. If you're not familiar with these awards, the one thing that sets it apart is the acceptance speeches, because the acceptance speeches can only be 5 words long. So I thought that in honor of that, I would give you my thoughts and impressions about the Webbys telecast. I did not watch it. Having said that, I have seen clips. Now, I do want to do a couple of call-outs. Number one, Sean Ahmed from the Uncultured Project was honored for his work, which is great. I talked about him a couple of weeks ago, so I really like that. Also, Jerry Seinfeld, I mean, obviously, yes, he needs another award, but Jerry Seinfeld was on for, I think, Best Comedic Performance on the Internet, which I guess is a thing. But he won it for Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, which is this just really brilliant online video series, which if you haven't seen it, you really should, especially if you're a student of comedy or someone interested in comedy. If there's only one episode, though, I think it's coming back for season 2, but in the first season, if there's only one episode for you to watch the Carl Reiner and Mel Brooks episode. Phenomenal. Those two are national treasures and should be treated as such. On to some disappointing news. I didn't mention this last week, but somebody dropped out of the top 100 most subscribed list on YouTube, and that person is Charlie Is So Cool Like, which kind of just blows my mind. He was one of the very first YouTubers that I really got into, back before it's kind of creepy for a 30-year-old man to be watching him on a daily basis. You know, putting that aside, I think one of the reasons why I continue to watch him is that I will never probably be even a 10th as good as what Charlie is. And I think the larger point about this is playing the YouTube game. Charlie really takes time to make sure that each one of his videos is absolutely great. And in his mind, great. He makes videos sometimes, he mentions this in his videos, he makes videos sometimes and then just never posts them because he's just not 100% happy with them. That idea of him not posting on a regular basis and maybe perhaps his original core audience growing out of him, possibly perhaps, is what's causing him to go down lower. Because I can assure you, there are people in that top 100 that are not putting out the content as good as what Charlie is. I'm not going to name names, but the fact that Fred is still in the top 100 is kind of ridiculous. And talking about that top 100 most subscribed to list, let's talk about the top 10 in particular. The biggest thing to call out is Smosh. Once again, this seems to be kind of a recurring theme here. They're getting a lot of firsts this year. They were the first to reach 9 million subscribers, and now they're the very first channel to ever reach 10 million subscribers. Before I started this video, I was going to find out a nation that had around 10 million people. I'm like, it's the population of this country. Let's say Luxembourg. The entire population of Luxembourg is subscribed to Smosh, which may explain their popularity. Luxembourgs have no taste. I'm just kidding. Or am I? That's everything for me this week. Anything that I talked about, there's going to be links down in the description below, so you can go check those out. Also, let me know in the comments if there's anything that I have overlooked or something that you would like me to cover. That is everything for me this week. Have a great one. And again, if I had done my research, I would have known how Luxembourg say goodbye, and I would have used that to say goodbye. But who needs preparation? Do Luxembourgians even have a Luxembourgians? Bourgeois? The Luxembourgeois, I don't even know what language they speak, because I'm an uneducated swine.